Well, the day has finally come. NDP pulls out of supply and confidence deal with Liberal government.
Today, I notified the Prime Minister that I've ripped up the supply and confidence agreement. Canadians are fighting a battle for the future of the middle class. Justin Trudeau has proven again and again he will always cave to corporate greed. The Liberals have let people down. They don't deserve another chance.
So then why did you prop him up for the last 2.5 years? It's not like he's just suddenly done anything different. The whole time you've been complaining about Trudeau, you've also been propping him up and doing everything that he wanted. Yes, the rest of us also noticed that Trudeau is terrible. We also noticed that you're terrible and that you were propping him up with your unholy NDP Liberal alliance. And if you're hoping for a quick no-confidence vote in an election, well, Jagmeet isn't quite willing to stand up to Justin Trudeau that much.
You've said about a dozen times at least that you've ripped up the agreement and that makes an election more likely. But you've been asked several times and you won't answer. Do you have confidence in the Trudeau government as they stand now?
I will be clear again. We have absolutely ripped up the agreement with Justin Trudeau, and that means an election is more likely.
Clear. That's not clear. You're
and an election, whenever that election comes, we'll be ready to fight it. And the vision around that election is going to be an important one. Canadians will have to make a choice.
But can we get an answer?
Corporate-controlled Conservatives, they're going to let their corporate buddies rip you off even more, or New Democrats are going to save you money on your rent and your groceries. That's a choice that Canadians will have to make.
Can we get an answer?
I will look at any vote that comes before us, and we will make a decision in the best interest of Canadians, as any minority government normally operates.
Well, whenever the next election is, well, kind of the whole point. What everybody's been waiting for is for you to break the agreement so that we can get a no-confidence vote. And even that's not a sure thing because you still got the Bloc that could form some sort of alliance with Trudeau too. But at least it's a start. This means nothing. What is this about? This is about Jagmeet trying to placate his base after the Trudeau government intervened and sent the railway workers to arbitration. That's what this is about. It changes nothing. Every piece of terrible legislation, like, say, the online censorship bill, the online harms bill, Bill C-63, well, that's just the sort of censorship that left-wing parties love, and you can be sure he'll be voting for that. So, yeah, Jagmeet may have dramatically proclaimed that he's ripped up the agreement. It means nothing as of right now. Maybe it's that whole pension thing. Have you heard about that? Have you heard about Jagmeet's pension that's coming up? When was that? When was his pension coming up? Oh, yeah, February 2025. And how much was that pension? Potential lifetime payout of $2.3 million. So, yeah, millions of reasons not to vote down Trudeau. From this article by Brian Lilly. Now, what does Justin have to say about all this? He must be pretty worried, right?
Prime Minister Trudeau, you no longer have the support of the NDP. Your party is trailing in the polls and the Conservatives are calling for an election. Is it time to send Canadians to the polls?
We're here today because we're delivering on school lunches and school food for thousands of kids across the province, and we're making investments that are going to be helping hundreds of thousands of kids across the country as people step up.
So that didn't answer the question. But in any case, he doesn't seem that worried about it, at least for the time being. And we should also check in on who is going to almost certainly be the next Canadian Prime Minister, Pierre Poilievre, the leader of the Conservative Party of Canada.
And now, Sellout Singh has pulled a stunt. The Sellout Singh stunt today, where he came out and claimed that he was wrong, that the coalition was a bad, costly idea, but he refuses to commit to voting for a carbon tax election. So my message to Sellout Singh is this. If you're serious about ending your costly carbon tax coalition with Trudeau, then commit today to voting for a carbon tax election at the earliest confidence vote in the House of Commons.
Yeah, I'm afraid Jagmeet doesn't want any of that. He wants Canadians destitute and reliant on the government.
There is an even bigger battle ahead. The threat of Pierre Poilievre and Conservative cuts.
Ooh, he's so scary when he lies. Yeah, so he's just going to be attacking the Conservatives the whole time. He probably won't say anything about Trudeau now. But he will vote for any Liberal bill that, I don't know, destroys like free speech, increases the already massive national debt. Are you aware that under the NDP Liberal coalition, the Supply and Confidence Agreement, that Canada now pays more servicing the interest on the national debt than it does on healthcare? And yeah, it turns out the healthcare isn't so free. And all that NDP Liberal empathy got us, 10, 15, 20-hour waits at the emergency room. Who knows, by the next election, could be just forever. I have a broken leg. How long will the wait be? Forever. So this is actually quite meaningless. I think it's a stunt, basically, to shore up support from the base. It's pretty clear there's not going to be an election anytime soon, at least not until after Jagmeet gets his pension. Probably not until October next year. Who are we kidding? Anyway, that's all I'm going to say about that. Please like, share, and subscribe. Subscribing really helps me out. I thank you for that. I will see you next time.